we've got a quorum for both our TCC and board. Thank you all for being able to join us today. 1 second, let me share my screen. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Come on, screen. There we go. It's a Monday miracle. Okay, thank you all so much for joining on a special meeting on Monday, May 11th. We were not planning to have any May meetings due to the MPO conference, but we did have a special matter come up that requires timely action from the MPO, TCC, and board. With that, William, I will hand it off to you to take us through another welcome.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to our specially called joint meeting. I am William High, the TCC chair from Buncombe County. Anthony, I don't believe is joining us today. Is that correct?
No, I'm here.
Great.
Yeah, Jen Hensley will be chairing for the board.
Terrific. Jen, please go ahead.
Hi. Thank you all so much for taking the time to log in or attend really fast today. We really appreciate this. Do we need to do a roll call for everybody now?
We can go through introductions. Hannah, if you want to read through who's available.
Okay, I'm gonna go through who's online first. Jen Hensley.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think Kevin heard Kevin Hensley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Okay.
Jay Egoff.
Hi.
William High.
Hello.
Matt Wechtel.
Here.
Chuck McGrady.
Here.
Jim Player.
Here.
Pat Christie.
Here.
Archie Portiller.
Here.
Brandon Rogers.
I'm here.
Autumn Radcliffe.
Here.
Doug Phillips. George Banta.
Here.
Harry Buckner.
Present.
Janet Bianculli.
Hello.
Jessica Morris.
Here.
Jim Player. Lee Stevens.
Here.
Jim
Mark
Player
Andrews.
is here. Sorry.
Oh,
Mark Andrews is here.
Michael Malchek.
Good morning.
Nathan Bennett.
Here.
Noah Taylor.
Here.
Ricky Hurley.
Morning. Here.
Steve Williams.
Here.
Did I say Pat Christie? Everyone's jumping around on my screen. Stephen Sparks. Troy Wilson.
Good morning.
Vicky Eastland.
Good morning.
And then I've also got James Eller.
Here.
Sheila Franklin.
Here.
Dan Jesse.
Here.
Matt Manley.
Present.
Elizabeth Teed. Emily Whitmire. Billy Clark.
I'm here.
Wesley Grindstaff.
I'm here.
And Brent Detweiler.
Here.
Jeremy Chapman.
Yep.
And then I think I got everyone. There's a lot of people in this meeting.
Is there anyone we missed?
Yeah, you missed David White.
Sorry, David.
No problem.
Okay,
You also
thank you,
missed
everybody.
Jody Ferguson with Haywood County.
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody. I'm going to go ahead and read through the ethics statements. In accordance with the State Government Ethics Act, it is the duty of every board member to avoid conflicts of interest. Does any board member have any known conflicts of interest with respect to any of the matters coming before the board today? If so, please identify the conflict and refrain from any participation in the particular matter involved. Okay. Without any comment there, I'm going to move on to public comment. Is there any public comment today? Tristan, do you see anyone?
I do not. If you are in the waiting room, feel free to raise your hand or make a note in the chat. I don't see any.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, well, I'm going to move right into the tip modification for BLZ0008, and I will let the staff take over for this item, okay?
Okay. So 1 second while I get my screen shared again. It's coming. There it is. All right. Sorry, we got a case of the Mondays over here. All right. So, MPO special board and TCC meeting. Just really quick, a couple things on our special meeting rules. Per our bylaws and public involvement policies, our special meetings must be advertised at least 7 days prior to the meeting. MPO staff did that through the Mountain Express, which is considered our primary regional news outlet for us to advertise. As well as through social media and contacting our interested citizens mailing list. So that was done with more than 7 days notice for this meeting. Also, just to note, I had a few people ask, can we just toss on a few other items? No, we can't. Per our bylaws, we can only meet about the item for which requires the special meeting. So we have one item and one item only today. So a little bit of background on this item. This is project BL, I'll keep it short, BL8. This was a greenway project that the city of Hendersonville is the primary sponsor on. The source of funds for the project is the MPO locally administered project funding. So federal funds from the MPO are covering 80% of the expenses for this project. The non-federal match covers the remaining 20%. And this project was funded in our 2020 call for projects, among a number of other projects. But just to note, this project is on the northern side of Hendersonville. It provides an extension from the Ocklawaha Greenway, which is currently the second longest contiguous greenway in the region. And it provides that connection east, going under I-26 to connect to a quickly growing part of northeastern Hendersonville. roughly following the Clear Creek corridor. So the main reason that we're meeting about this project today is that the project went to bid earlier this spring. And stop me if you've heard this before, bids came in over the initial estimate. That is happening all jokes aside, that is happening with a lot of our projects. So for this project, additional funds are needed to move the project forward. And this consideration is needed to happen in a timely fashion, in part because of NCDOT requirements to award bids or just drop the bids within a certain time period. It's my understanding that window has been extended to May the 18th. And also the non-federal funds that are being used as match for the MPO's federal funds are set to expire later this year. So if we want to keep this project moving, we need to do so now. But the overall match, previously, the MPO provided more than $2.7 million in its federal funds for the project. With the bids that were received, we've been asked to increase that by $862,000 to more than $3.6 million for the project. So adding the additional $862,000, that is the primary consideration today. Whether or not the MPO, TCC, and board elect to provide those additional funds. So a little bit about the MPO finances that would help provide that. As of right now, the MPO receives roughly $6.5 million a year in federal funds. Those come in 3 different flavors. The largest of which is the Surface Transportation Block Grant, or STBG, the Transportation Alternatives Program, or TAP, and the Carbon Reduction Program, or CRP. In looking at kind of our financial situation for right now, we worked with DOT on forecasting out available funding for the MPO through 2030. We took a conservative estimate of that. At this point, NCDOT is taking the conservative estimate that TAP and CRP would not move forward with the new transportation bill. So we would just be looking at continuing the Surface Transportation Block Grant allotment to the MPO. With that, we anticipate about $18.3 million being available to the MPO through 2030. So overall, what we would anticipate if this is approved is our estimate of what would be available for a future call for projects would drop from 18.3 to 17.4 million. A couple of people have asked, do we have money available right now? Technically, we do. For those of you who have been around back in 2023, we programmed funds out through the end of FY28 and going into FY29. However, a number of our projects have been pushed back. So a number of projects that were expected to begin right about now have been pushed back. So there is funding available. It would, if we award additional funds, it would be deducted from what we would consider funding for future calls for projects. But all in all, the funds are available to us at this point. As you may have seen in the staff recommendations, we are recommending moving forward with this project and adding additional funds. We have, just to note, we have a whole lot of projects that have been funded through the MPO. And a lot of them have run into pretty significant issues in the design phase. getting a project to essentially the finish line is something we're excited about. And it's not something that's happening with all of our projects. And to us, you know, a lot, the cost estimate or the cost increases we're seeing are in line with a lot of the other projects. But I did ask Brendan Shanahan, who's the project manager from the city of Hendersonville, to just provide a quick summary of the project and anything that helped contain costs or not contribute to additional costs.
Sure. Thank you, Tristan, for that background, and just really I want to say thank you to the staff and the board and the committee for making time and getting this special call meeting on. And I think Tristan gave a good summary of the background. Just for your context, we had, based on engineering estimates prior to the recent bidding and advertisement and bid opening of the project, we had expected costs to be beyond what was initially awarded. So we did go through the exercise of looking at value engineering prior to advertising. We did things such as removed some amenities from the ancillary things from the project, parking area, paved parking area, as well as narrowing the width of the trail. And we had initially had a loop that was coming off the side of the trail that would have been that was removed to try to minimize the cost. So there was some exercise that we did with our design consultant to bring the cost down. The terminus points did not change at all. Those are the same terminus points. And also I wanted to mention that the Hendersonville City Council in February did approve entering into an agreement with DOT for lighting and construction of the greenway. They have demonstrated commitment several times to this project. Along with some, I just wanted to share that there have been several community groups that have supported both with letters of support. I think there was nearly 20 letters of support from different community groups that we've got on this project, as well as monetary donations, summing approximately $400,000 from various local groups, including Carolina Village, Friends of the Acoustic Trail, Blue Ridge Bicycle Club, and Friends of the Akawaha Greenway. And if there's any other questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Great, thank you, Brendan. But yeah, I think the main thing there is, in all honesty, with a lot of these projects, we do get with additional cost requests or additional funding requests, we do notice that there are things added to scope. This is not one of those projects. This is still the same termini and connection that we talked about when the MPO board decided to fund this project in 2020. But it's, as we noted before, the project continues to increase in cost. In terms of potential next steps, this is the first action, modifying the TIP and STIP to place the additional funds into those documents. Once those documents are modified, then NCDOT and the city of Hendersonville would amend their agreement to align with what's in the TIP. And following that, they can move forward with awarding the contract for BL8 and begin construction. However, to note, the action we're considering today, modifying the TIP and STIP, it all relies on that. So at this point, are there any questions? Jessica Morris.
Hi, Tristan, Jessica with the City of Asheville. I 100% support providing the additional funding for this project. It's really awesome to get a project to construction and so 100% support it. I just have a question. Um, is the NCDOT taking 10%, 10% of the project funds for administration, or are they going to waive that cost?
So, thank you, Jessica. That's a good question. So NCDOT is administering construction of this project, and there's a flat 15%
Okay.
that they will be adding on to the cost. And no, I'm not aware of that. I don't think that's been waived, and I'm not
Okay. Oh,
urging
so
it.
they're doing the construction. They're administering the construction. Okay. Thank you.
Correct. Thank you.
Mark Andrews, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, everybody. I guess my question, I got a couple here, but one, it was alluded that some of the projects that were awarded funds are not, I guess, in a good position to move forward. Is there an estimated dollar amount of what those, I guess, those projects that might not see through to completion might be? And is it more or less than what's being asked here? Um, and then my second question is, I guess if we award these additional funds, this doesn't in any way future-proof the need for potentially more down the line, does it?
So great question. No, I don't have a number in front of me of projects that are seeing delays. In all honesty, it's more projects than not are seeing delays. Projects that I think are seeing significant scope challenges. I also don't have that number, but I would say that's fewer than the projects where we're simply just seeing their schedules get delayed due to a number of issues. I'll note one of the big ones is we have the project right along Riverside Drive and 251 that was pretty severely impacted by Hurricane Helene and had to start over on a number of things. I'll just say there's different levels and different causes for a lot of these delays. And sorry, remind me your second question. Future proofing?
Yeah, kind of future proofing, whether or not we award money now and then again they need to come back and request even more because issues or problems arose, etc.
I would say there's no real future proofing. We've seen projects even after being awarded contracts, seeing significant increase in cost that we've had to apply funds to, basically after the project is done. So we don't really know. I will say that it is up to the board's discretion about where additional funds are applied. And there is a standard clause in the agreement for all of these projects that it's an 80-20 split up to a certain amount of funding, and after that it is 100% on the project sponsor. And so it has become somewhat routine for us to be considering cost increases and whether or not the MPO wants to apply additional funds to help cover those cost increases.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's one thing I was going to mention is if like some kind of clause, like if we award these dollars, essentially alluding to like this is your one and done. Like if a future cost increases happen in the future, it's gonna be on y'all to come up with that. I don't know if that's cruel or not, or if that's commonplace, but that's kind of where some of my thoughts.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've not to be snarky, but we have had to explain to people that our money is finite. And we can't just, provide funding forever. We do sometimes have to make tough choices with some of our projects, and with those cost increases, I think, we lean on the TCC and board to make those decisions on where to apply those additional funds. Any more questions? Procedurally, we are looking for approval from the TCC, and then we will look for approval from the MPO board.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
Sorry, we are looking for TCC first.
Sorry, I apologize.
This is Steve Williams. I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you, Steve and Matt.
Art, Jessica Morris,
Aye.
Biltmore Forest, Harry Buckner,
Aye.
Buncombe County, William High,
Approve.
Flat Rock, Pat Christie,
Approve.
Haywood County, Jody Ferguson,
Aye.
Henderson County, Autumn Radcliffe,
Approve.
Apple Country Transit, Jana Biancouli,
Aye.
Hendersonville, Matt Manley,
Approve.
Maggie Valley, Noah Taylor,
Aye.
Mars Hill, Nathan Bennett,
Aye.
Mills River, Mike Malachek,
Approve.
RPO, Vicky Eastland,
Aye.
Waynesville, Elizabeth Teague, Weaverville, James Eller,
Approved.
Woodfin, Ricky Hurley,
Aye.
DOT Division 13, Doug Phillips, DOT Division 14, Steve Williams.
Approved.
The ayes have it.
Okay, now we are looking for a motion from the board.
This is Kevin Ansley, so moved.
I'll second.
All right, we got a motion from Commissioner Ensley and a second from Mayor Gantz.
Black Mountain, Archie Pertiller,
Approve.
BOT Division 13, Billy Clark, BOT Division 14, Chuck McGrady,
Aye.
Clyde, Dan Jesse,
Aye.
Flat Rock, Emily Whitmire,
Aye.
Fletcher, Jim Player,
Aye.
Haywood County, Brandon Rogers,
Aye.
Haywood County, Kevin Inslee,
Aye.
Henderson County, Jay Egolf,
Aye.
Henderson County, Sheila Franklin,
Aye.
Hendersonville, Jennifer Hensley,
Aye.
Laurel Park, George Banta,
Aye.
Madison County, Matt Wechtel,
Aye.
Mills River, Shannon Gantz,
Aye.
Rural Transit, David White,
Aye.
Anthony's not here, Weaverville, Mark Injuries,
Aye.
and Woodfin, Jim McAllister.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Okay,
Thank
Thank you,
you,
folks.
everyone.
thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any additional public comment today? No? Awesome. We can go ahead and adjourn. I really appreciate everybody stepping up today and being here for this bit of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, folks.
Have a good day.